Listen carefully, because the truth is not just hidden, it has been erased and replaced with a story we were trained to believe. We grow up hearing, aliens are visitors from distant galaxies. But what if they're not coming from far away? What if they're coming from the future? What if the beings we call aliens are actually evolved humans, traveling back through time to witness and investigate the moment everything went wrong? This theory didn't start on the internet. It started inside the CIA Project Pegasus, 1970s to 1980s. A program so secret that even many presidents weren't told the full truth. People inside reported experiments with time displacement portals, remote viewing of future events, teleportation tests using children as subjects, advanced quantum mechanics decades ahead. One classified document stated, human interaction with future timelines has been achieved. That single sentence changes human history. It proves someone has already traveled forward. Then came the device called chronovision, a viewing technology that allowed observation of future battles, elections and political outcomes, scientific breakthroughs yet to exist, human civilization's fate. But suddenly, zero trace. Research deleted, buildings emptied, scientists reassigned, and anyone who talked vanished from the public eye. Why erase evidence unless time travel worked? Now consider UFO behavior. They appear only when humanity crosses dangerous milestones. Nuclear weapons testing, they appear. Secret military technology, they appear. Historical turning points, they appear. That is not alien curiosity. That is timeline surveillance. Pilots describe the same impossible craft. No wings, no sound, no exhaust. Moves as if gravity means nothing, accelerates beyond physics, and disappears instantly to pilots. It looks like glitching reality. To scientists, it breaks every law we know. To the CIA, it confirms something terrifying. These visitors may be using time itself as a vehicle, and here's what makes this even more chilling. They never attack. Not once, because harming us changes their own existence. A future descendant would never destroy its own origin. So ask yourself, are these UFOs invaders or guardians of the timeline? Because someone in the future has reasons to keep Earth alive. Let's analyze their bodies, because evolution reveals the truth better than any witness. People who claim encounters always describe the same form. Pale gray skin, like sunlight, no longer matters. Large black eyes adapted to darkness. Smaller mouths from limited speech. Hairless as environmental needs disappear. Thin limbs built for low gravity or new ecology. Now look at scientific predictions about future humans. Brain expansion continues. Technology will replace most physical labor. Artificial light and underground living reduce need for sunlight. Diet becomes synthetic or liquid. Body becomes efficient, minimal, focused on survival of the mind. These beings do not look alien. They look human, but upgraded by evolution. And then, there are the anomalies caught on camera. A 1928 film shows a woman talking into a handheld device. In that era, wireless communication was not even imagined. A 1943 factory video. A worker appears to be scrolling a smartphone. A 1938 photograph shows a man in modern clothing. Hoodie, sunglasses, haircut of today. People around him look shocked, like he is out of place in time. Because he was. These people are often called time tourists, not here to alter history, just to observe. But the event that shattered everything. The Tic Tac UFO incident in 2004. U.S. Navy pilots chased a craft that accelerated instantly, dropped from 28,000 feet to sea level in 0.78 seconds. Displayed no heat signatures. Changed direction like physics didn't exist. One pilot said, "It was like the future visiting the present." The Pentagon later confirmed the footage is authentic. Not CGI, not a drone, not a balloon. So if the technology does not exist in 2025, whoever controls those crafts must come from a time where it does exist. The future. Imagine the world centuries from now. Blue oceans turned black, cities consumed by storms, air thick with poison, Earth, almost dead humanity barely holding on. They would look back at us, desperate to know, where did the downfall begin? So they travel here, because our present is their last hope. We aren't living a normal moment in history. We are living the decision point of humanity's survival. Now the darkest question. Why hide this from the public? Because if people knew time travel exists and future humans walk among us, the world would collapse into chaos. Everyone would. Try to profit from the future, change personal tragedies, rewrite events, attempt to alter destiny. Time itself would shatter. Governments fear a world where the past is negotiable and the future is hackable. So they created a lie simple enough to control us. Aliens. A mysterious enemy. Far away. Unreachable. Safe to fear. Safe to ignore. But here's the truth. What if humans are the only intelligent civilization to survive long enough to travel time? What if every UFO sighting was another attempt to save humanity from disaster? What if they collect biology we are losing, resources that no longer exist, genes that went extinct, knowledge we forgot, not because they want to dominate us, but because they need us to survive in their future? Imagine a descendant of ours standing in a barren wasteland, looking at the ruins of cities. Their only hope is to travel back here to the time of oxygen, the time of water, the time of life. Right now, we are living in the final seconds before the collapse begins. That is why they watch us. Every test, every weapon, every climate shift, every war, because our decisions are literally written into their fate. So answer this. If you had one chance to travel in time, would you go forward to see what becomes of us? Or go backward to stop what destroyed us? Because maybe one day, when a silent craft hovers above a burning city, inside it will be one of us, looking down, staring at history and whispering through time, they didn't listen. The truth does not come from space. The truth comes from the future, and it has already arrived.